We're back with Sheriff Joe Lombardo. Let's talk about the end of school. The school is out for the summer very soon here. Let's talk about what Metro does to change patrolling. When school is out, more kids are out on the street as well. What do you do to make sure that everyone's safe in the community when school's out?
Well, John, did you enjoy the end of school?
I did enjoy it quite a bit, yes. It was a bit hectic.
I think I enjoyed it.
You did too.
Yeah, but then like 2 weeks later, you're like, what do I do now? So, yeah, it is the end of school, and it becomes a little hectic time for us here in law enforcement, in particular because idle hands are the devil's workshop per se. So we're pretty robust in our presence, you know, during that whole last week. I guess a lot of vendettas that have occurred during the year. People like to
settle scores.
Yeah, settle scores. That's a good way to describe it. So we're there to prevent that and ensure that kids exit their school life on a safe way and then enter through their summer vacations and all that. But one thing in particular is crimes associated with kids not being in school. The property crimes tend to increase during that time, and we're fully aware of that, and we try to do everything proactive we can to prevent those type of crimes from occurring. But presence is the key, and hopefully with our presence, kids think of doing different things versus causing harm. So yeah, that's our mission, that's our goal, and that's our purpose during the last week of school.
Stay out of trouble.
And during the summer months.
Last month, we profiled this here on 8 News Now. Metro graduated its largest class ever of female police officers. Let's talk about that, not only the recruitment, but the training and the graduation of more women into the Metro force. Yeah,
that's a big deal. Women into police work in general is becoming bigger. Yeah. You know, so if you look at Clark County as a sole entity, there's right around 50% male-female ratio in Clark County, but in police work it's around 10% versus 90% male. So because traditionally women didn't gravitate towards law enforcement as a career, and nowadays they do, because, you know, law enforcement has changed over time. Before it was brawn versus brain, and I think it's more brain versus brawn now. You know, we have a very complicated job in what we do, and women excel in that type of work, you know, complicated work, organizational work, and they provide a vital role in law enforcement, and I support them wholeheartedly in joining the community. So I guess it's a recruiting promotion. Come join, we're hiring. But we welcome women in law enforcement, and you know, and they're very good when we talk about crimes involving other women and children. They're very beneficial because a lot of times victims will only talk to people of a similar gender. And so it helps us in that aspect. So we're fully supported.
Very good. Well, Sheriff, thank you very much for joining us once again this morning. If you have a question for Sheriff Lombardo, go to LasVegasNow.com. The link is on the right side of the page. You can submit your question and find out if it's answered every Wednesday.